It was pretty emotional.
For what was a historical championship run, the team will also embark on their 25th season as an organization. The team will inevitably release the retro white jersey from their inaugural season. Raptors won the contest 130-122 against the New Orleans Pelicans in overtime. Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet both debuted with the team-high 34 points in the narrow win. Despite what took place this offseason, the Raptors still have the confidence of NBA champions. The squad knows what it takes to get to the end, and only time will tell if they make it all the way back to another NBA championship. For more NBA coverage, look to EBCSI for more highlights and stories. From Scotiabank Arena, I'm Aiden Pangilinan, Eagle News, 1/25.
Thank you, Aiden. Just in time for Canadian rap artist Drake's birthday celebration. How big would you smile if your birthday gift was an NBA championship ring? And on the West Coast, lots of news has been circulating California since the Los Angeles Lakers acquired All-Star Anthony Davis, and after their season opener defeat against their crosstown rival, the Lakers had their chance for their first win against the Utah Jazz. From Los Angeles Staples Center, Aljamin Santos has the story.
While the purple and gold took the game against the Clippers in the chin, the positivity through the organization did not waver. Despite the lapse in defense and struggles off the screen, the Lakers All-Stars rallied behind their role players and capitalized defensively. The Lakers' off-season decisions proved tonight to be in their favor, since the personnel change placing head coach Frank Vogel at the helm and implementing his defense-first strategy, experienced players to complement the younger talent, has set the tone for the season.
The Lakers shared their insight on their team's performance following the matchup.
I think we have a really good mix of talent and experience, like you said. So I think we're not even playing our best. Like offensively, I think these first two games we've gotten better from game 1 to game 2, but we're still not even close to I think the potential of this team.
Defensively, just be active, communicate, scramble, be a little chippy, a little edgy. Offensively, we want to run. Right now, our half-court offense right now is a little tough, but we're figuring it out.
So the ball moving a little bit quicker than the game on Tuesday. What would you say would be the jump between last Tuesday and tonight?
So just adjusting, watching film, seeing what's open, see what's there, and knowing how to simplify the game for ourselves.
Shooters. It's a luxury of our team to be able to have players that can come in and pick it up. No matter what's going on throughout the game, we have the depth, and that's what we've been talking about. Especially when Rondo comes back, especially when Kuz comes back, we add more to our depth. So to see TD come in and give us a spark off the bench, it was needed.
The season is still very young, but fans cannot help themselves from celebrating each win like it's a glimmer of hope to see their beloved Lakers in the postseason once again. One thing is clear, there is still a lot more work to do that this new roster is willing to endure. From the Staples Center in Los Angeles, I am Aljamin Santos for Eagle News, always 1/25.
Thank you, Aljamin. There has been so much movement in the NBA since the last season ended, and at times it can be overwhelming to keep track of them. We will make sure to deliver the stories as they develop. Our next story involves more gold for our Canadian neighbors, this time in the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship against the Iroquois Nationals. Our British Columbia correspondent, Anthony Sevilla, has the championship story.
Canada claimed their 5th straight gold medal at the World Indoor Lacrosse Championship at the Langley Event Center, defeating the Iroquois Nationals 19-12. Goals were exchanged throughout the entire game, but Canada pulled ahead 14-8 to end the third and held off a late fourth quarter rally by the Nationals to steal the victory. Canada had 7 different players contributing on the offensive end. Dane Dobie led the team with 10 points, 3 goals, and 7 assists, and Curtis Dixon led the team in goals with 5, to go along with his 2 assists. Dixon, who grew up in Port Coquitlam, a short drive from the Langley Event Center, shared his thoughts on winning in his hometown and how special it was to represent his country.
It's awesome. This is my third World Championship, and it never gets old. It's always a special moment when you get to represent your country, and and getting to do it, in my backyard is actually special.
The host nation now holds the record for the most titles in the FIL World Indoor Lacrosse Championships since the event was founded in 2003. Despite never claiming gold, the Rockwood Nationals have been dominant at this event every year. They are the only Native American team sanctioned by the International Lacrosse Federation to compete in any sport internationally. Anthony Sevilla, Eagle News, 1 with 25.
It's always nice to be a champion, and even more so to be a 5-time world champion. Fun fact, lacrosse, originally called stickball, was first started by the Native Americans, and the Iroquois Nationals are the only Native American sanctioned team by the sport. How cool is that? When we return, bare knuckle fighting packs a punch in Tampa Bay, Florida. We'll take a look at last season's NHL playoff teams and where they are now. And professional bull riding goes buck wild in Canada. Don't go too far, EBC Sports International will return in a moment.
Net25 is now available on OSN, the largest entertainment network in the Middle East and North Africa. Watch your favorite Net25 shows on OSN, channel 725, same day as the Philippines. Net25 shows live and on demand anytime, anywhere, or any mobile device on OSN Play.
Innovation, digital disruption, globalization. Startups, micro, small and medium enterprises, as well as large corporations all face interesting challenges in the market today. Peek into the world of exciting opportunities and partnerships to drive growth with the latest business news and information. We are open for business. Join the conversations to create a more vibrant environment for entrepreneurship. Catch Open for Business every Saturday from 5 to 6 p.m. Open for Business, from vision to action.
Hi everyone, I'm Nicole Tongo, your EBC Las Vegas correspondent, reminding you that we should view every day as a new day. We should not let the troubles of the past hinder us in moving forward in life. And don't forget to watch Digital Nest on Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on Net25. Again, I am Nicole Tongo and I am 1 with 25.
Events happen around us all the time, in our community, in our country, around the world. Events that affect people, move communities, or simply inspire us. Interesting events that people need to know. In these interesting times, we continue to be a competent partner in delivering news about these events. Fast, accurate, balanced. Eagle News, because we live in interesting times.
The sport of fighting keeps growing at a rapid rate, giving some the larger names in mixed martial arts a fight of their own. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship offers a unique, interesting aspect. Bare knuckles. Our Florida correspondent, Jay Rasquitas, bears the inside details of this news platform for combat sports.
Once again, fighting sports continue to be a strong presence here in the city of Tampa. As you see behind me is the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships 8, where headliners clash with Jim Allers facing Julian Lane, and the heavyweight bout of Antonio Silva faces Gabriel Gonzaga. Who will be tonight's winner? Here's the highlights for tonight's match.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship fighters square off in the squared circle, a 22-foot circular ring atop a 28-foot square platform, allowing for optimal viewing. While fighters have their wrists and thumbs taped, their knuckles are completely exposed. There are 5 2-minute rounds in each bout. When fighters are in a clinch, they are permitted to strike with one arm to punch their way out. Winners are decided via knockout, technical knockout, or judge's decision. The 3 bouts in the prelims ended quickly, each with a knockout. Zach Jusola started the night with a second-round knockout of Fred Pierce. In his homecoming bout, Tampa fighter Jared Warren knocked down Brian Maxwell twice in the first round, earning his first win via TKO. Cuban fighter out of Miami, Gustavo Trujillo, earned the fastest knockout of the night, defeating Robert Morrow in 32 seconds. In the main card, Florida fighters continued to dominate the action. Delaney Owen of Clearwater defeated Sheena Starr in the only female bout of the night. Owen knocked Starr down in the second round. Starr was able to get up but refused to continue, giving Owen the TKO win.
I was feeling really good. I was actually feeling really confident. There was definitely, some pressure being the only female fight. My 3 other teammates before me all got knockouts, so I was like, I want to get another knockout. Like this is gonna be fun. But yeah, other than that, it was just another day in the office.
Spring Hill native and crowd favorite Abdiel Velasquez had an impressive showing against Rick Caruso. In the first round, Velasquez knocked down Caruso with the left and then continued to apply pressure, subsequently knocked him down again before the end of the round. In the second round, Velasquez remained relentless, knocking Caruso down again, causing the ref to put a stop to the fight.
This fight, I really stick to the game plan. The game plan was just to, go and strike and be aggressive and push, be aggressive. Because if you don't be aggressive, you can't really strike as a tall guy.
In the co-main event of the night, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship pitted undefeated Jim Allers against Julian Lane. Looking to extend his win streak, Allers came out fast and aggressive, setting the tone for the fight. He landed an uppercut in round 2 that dropped Lane to the canvas. Despite Lane being clearly shaking and woozy, the ref allowed the fight to continue. After another barrage of punches from Allers, the ref quickly stepped in and called the bout.
I want to be that guy. I want to be the face of Bare Knuckle. I want to be the one that they can be like, yo, we got Jim Allers on the card, and people are excited to see it, buying pay-per-views to see me. So I want to grow with the company. I'm a company man. Yo.
Antonio Bigfoot Silva and Gabriel Gonzaga paired off in the main event. The clash between these 2 heavyweights got off to a slow start, but Gonzaga looked to be faster and the aggressor. In round 2, Gonzaga was able to drop Silva twice, with the ref stopping the fight after the second knockdown.
And that's a wrap here at the Florida State Fairgrounds. Stay tuned for more fighting sports coverages. Bringing it to you for EBC Sports International, I'm Jay Rasquitas signing off here in Tampa. Always one with 25.
Thank you, Jay. It's only been 1 year since the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship started holding events here in the US, but it's already started creating a buzz with fight fans that enjoy a punch with no gloves. Speaking of punches with no gloves, our next story involves a sport with gloveless punches. The NHL season is in full swing, but we will revisit some of the teams that made the playoffs last season and see where they are now. Las Vegas correspondent Henry Neri has the recap.
The Vegas Golden Knights are off to a solid start. Last year at this time, they were under 500. Just a handful of games in the 2019-20 season, all 31 teams are making every effort in their push to be in the playoffs.
Looking at the final four teams in last year's NHL playoffs, the San Jose Sharks are off to a slow start, while the reigning Stanley Cup champions, the St. Louis Blues, the Carolina Hurricanes, and Boston Bruins are well on their way to another playoff run as they are near or at the top of their standings in their respective divisions.
It is still a long season with plenty of hockey to play. Anything can happen in the next 6 months. Do these four teams have what it takes to make another run at Lord Stanley's Cup in 2020? Do the Vegas Golden Knights make history by winning it all? Stay tuned as we follow them all season long. From the Las Vegas Bureau, I am Henry Neri, and I am 1 with 25.
Thanks, Henry. The beauty of history is being able to learn from our mistakes so that we can become better. How well are your teams doing this season compared to the last? If they're doing well, great. If not, well, it's still pretty early. From ice skates to spurs and boots, our next story might make you go buck wild and let out a yee-haw or two. Maybe? Jolty Horvath, our British Columbia correspondent, will be sure to lasso you in with the story.
Country music and cowboys stampede its roots to British Columbia for the professional bull riding Monster Energy Tour at the Abbotsford Centre.
In the 4th annual Abbotsford Classic, 27-year-old Garrett Green took home the title, going 2 for 2 while scoring a whopping 87.5 points in the championship round. With the win, Green made up a lot of ground, earning 530 standing points, moving up to 7th place on the Canadian National Leaderboard, crucial points ahead of the Canadian Nationals in November. Garrett Green talked about what he needs to do to keep up the momentum heading into the Nationals.
You know, I've taken a month off here. I've really been working out and focusing hard, getting ready just for this upcoming month, because I have bull runs every week and big ones at that. So and this is the first one, and if we can keep going like this, it's going to be good.
The crowd was loud and exciting throughout the night, and the riders heard it. Green spoke about how the Abbotsford fans are always something they look forward to.
You know, I've been out here 3 years now, and every year, the great crowd, they're just awesome. They get right into it, right behind it. They seem to love it, so I love coming out here.
Bull of the Night is one of the more exciting awards given out at each event. Tonight, it was Uptown Funk who scored an incredible 43.5 points on his own, and his rider, 21-year-old Logan Beaver, scored 87 total points, netting him a 4th place finish.
The Monster Energy Tour will now head into the final event of the season, with the Canadian Finals being held in Saskatchewan on November 22nd and 23rd. Jolty Horvath, Eagle News, 1 with 25.
The energy, the excitement, the thrill of trying to stay on a beast like that seems so crazy for me. I tip off my hat for those bull riders. That's all we have for this week's installment of EBC Sports International. Be sure to join us for the next episode. But before then, make sure you visit our websites at eaglenews.net and eaglenewslive.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/eaglenewsph. It's been a pleasure, and we thank you so much for watching. I'm Frendel Faharin, 1 with 25.